G'day skate champions and welcome to Transition Tuesday Season 3 Episode 24. Back at my local Wavell Heights, still powering through the tricks from the mini ramp trick list set that Scott has set on Instagram. In the past few weeks I've been working on my feebles, axle stalls and Smith stalls, coming in fakie and regular, and of course working on the front side and back side. I've learned a lot about controlling that pivot point and body weight up on the coping, but there is one that still eludes me, and that is the front feeble. I don't know, I get a little bit hung up on it too much. Last week got the fakie front feeble, so I'm hoping that paved the path to me getting this one today. Wish me luck. I'll try a couple of other things as well throughout this video, but that's the one I really want to get. Let's get stuck in. So straight off the bat, just went through like this crazy front side and it swung out, and I'm like, okay, settle down, just got to warm up with a couple of like backside variations. So I did the back feeble, back axle stall, back Smith, and then once warmed up I went into the front side variations. A couple attempts on the front axle, and then front Smith, which is a trick that I really enjoy, even though I don't like front side tricks. Once the body was warmed up and I was a little bit more familiar with the front side, just mentally, I went in for that feeble, that front feeble. I got straight into locking into the feeble because that's actually easier than the other two. But yeah, the mental challenge of getting past that and dropping back in, yeah, something I've got to work on, and that's where we are right now. So we're gonna just keep on going. All right, ultimately, I was really overthinking this one. I was concentrating on my nose and also trying to get my back trucks just one wheel pinching over, all at the same time, and it really put me off countless times. I eventually got one, but you know, it was not very good, and I certainly didn't feel like I'd learned how to do it. It was more that I'd just done it. So I just wanted to keep going at it, and then I wasted a bunch of time trying it without really knowing what I was doing. So I got up on the coping, I went to the front side axle stall, and I just focused on my back foot pivoting out so that I wouldn't hang up and just be able to rotate in. Then I tried that from the front feeble position with the same mentality of just ignoring my front foot and just really pivoting on that back foot. And I got that again, and then it just felt way more comfortable. I knew that I could do it. I knew that I had to change my mindset to the back trucks. And yeah, I got a bunch in a row. Super pleased with that. I had said at the beginning of this video that, you know, I'd learn a lot about the pivot point on your skateboard, but obviously not. There's still plenty to learn. But whilst I've got the momentum going, we're going to try a few other, I guess, pivot point tricks. The front side 50, no, the front side 50, which I've got before, but again, it was kind of fluky. So hopefully I can take this learning into that, and also fakie front side pivot and back side pivot too, coming from fakie each side. Let's give them a go and work on this momentum. I tried it stationary, just dropping in from the front 50 position. Not gonna lie, it did not go my way. I just kept getting hung up, not committing with my front foot, which is, you know, weird because that's the bit that was to automatically commit. But I did have some very good confidence because I was pivoting very well into the 50. So I just went straight to I just threw myself at it because I didn't know what else to do. I tried the stationary ones far too often. And yeah, I was pretty pleased because I was rotating into it really well on that pivot point, but yeah, struggling a little bit to commit. And then I just started thinking about the front Smith and how I can just roll away with the front Smith. If I could just pivot round and just keep slowly going around, maybe I could just roll in and survive this thing. And then yeah, just landed like one, and then kept at it and got 3 in a row at the end there. And I know this is a little bit contradictory because I was saying, you know, try that stationary first, build up to it, but sometimes when you know you've got it and you just need a little bit of momentum, then just throw yourself at it until you injure yourself or you land it, pretty much. But yeah, now we're just going to rock up to the fakies and try the pivot points on them, and see how we go. All right, change camera angles for these two just to get a good idea of the front and the back side. And I went in front side. I tell myself because I was working on it just a second ago, but really I'm just that type of person that eats their veggies first. And once again, getting into kind of a pivot was pretty easy for me, but I couldn't quite get to the 45 degrees to get above the coping. So I was kind of getting these sort of like tail crook sort of things, or I was over kicking it. But yeah, just maintaining that body weight on the back foot and just using the front foot and your shoulders to kind of get that positioning really did the trick. And I took a few little stacks here and there, but yeah, I got away with one. And then yeah, went for a few more, but then got a final one, 2 really to make it true, I guess. And the heat and the time, considering I really needed to move on to the backside, the fakie backside pivot. And this, I honestly thought I was going to get it straight away, or very close to. It gave me a few headaches. I got into some fakie axle stalls and also a feeble, which I was struggling with last week. But yeah, just growing that confidence, that comfort level, and then locking into a couple of those as well. Once again, 2 was enough. It's 23 degrees or something today, so yeah, gonna move on. That is 3 new tricks, 4 tricks together from Mini Ramp Trick List, which I'm really pleased with. Yeah, feeling pretty good, We'll move on to next week. We've got a couple other doozies that I'm going to work on, but thanks for watching once more, everybody. Remember to keep skating, keep having fun, of course, keep progressing.